So, if you are saving for someone big, this next stretch can either set you up to win or leave you short at the worst possible moment. Version 6.1 is only a few weeks away. Nefer is finally stepping onto the stage, and right beside her we have a trio of heavy hitters in Furina, zhongli, and arlecchino. The Primogem faucet that blasted open for the region launch is about to turn down to a normal stream, and that makes planning matter again. In this video, I will show you exactly how many Primogems you can expect across the whole of 6.1, where they are coming from, when they arrive, and what that means for real pulling plans. We will keep everything simple, clean, and fair so you can decide without stress. Daily commissions are the reliable backbone, and in 6.1 they pull more weight than ever because there is no new map to wander. Across the full version, you will collect 2,520 Primogems just by finishing your 4 dailies and tapping the claim button at the Adventurers Guild. That is a steady heartbeat you can count on no matter what banners you chase. The main story returns with enough rewards to be worth your time even if you usually wait on quests. The numbers here are easy to remember. You will get 650 Primogems from the quest chain itself, and on top of that the quest hands you 2 fates, which are equal to 320 Primogems. Put them together and the main story is a 970 Primogem package. It is not a flood, but it is a real block of wishes that lands the day you clear, and it is a great excuse to sit back and enjoy the new chapter. Exploration does not move the needle this time because we are not getting a map expansion in 6.1. Speaking of tiny numbers, achievements contribute a grand total of 5 Primogems. Yes, 5. Funny to mention, but hey, we will take it. The Paimon store is a quiet powerhouse when a version spans 2 months, and 6.1 does. You will get 2 resets inside this version window, which means 10 shop fates, equal to 1,600 Primogems. If you always skip these, consider this your gentle reminder. They are the easiest pulls you can buy for Stardust, and those resets add up over a year. Imaginarium Theater is where the new series is flexing its muscles. We have 2 resets in 6.1, and thanks to the Luna stage changes, each cycle now rewards 1,000 Primogems when you clear your lineups. That is 2,000 Primogems in total from Theater alone. If you are waiting for a reason to build more characters, there it is in bold letters. Stygian Onslaught refreshes too and drops 450 Primogems when you finish the first 3 stages. Add 1 Spiral Abyss reset at 800 Primogems for a clean top-up if you can full clear. Even if you do not stress. Halves of floors still count, and the actual goal is to grab what you can and move on. Events are lighter than the region launch, but they're still an important slice of the pie. We get 1 big event worth 950 Primogems and 2 smaller events worth 420 each, which makes 840 across the pair. These usually bring a mix of combat, puzzles, and mini-games, and they tend to fit into a lunch break. If you missed out on some event Primogems in the past because you waited until the timer hit 0, make a tiny calendar note this time. That is almost 2,000 Primos in event value alone, and it would be a shame to leave them unclaimed. Codes are where speed matters. The special program for version 6.2 will air during 6.1 and will drop 3 codes worth 100 Primogems each, adding up to 300. I post those the second they go live, along with the smaller codes that sometimes appear around the version window. We usually get at least 160 Primogem code on top of the stream trio. If you want to be fast enough to redeem before they expire, feel free to hang out here and subscribe. I will always post the codes on my community tab where you can easily find them. We are also inching toward that 15,000 subscriber milestone, and your support truly helps the channel grow. Maintenance is the old classic we sometimes forget to count. When the update hits, expect 600 Primogems in your mailbox as the servers roll back online. It arrives quickly and spends quickly, but it is still an important chunk for anyone who is tight on pity. Finally, there is a small other sources basket, which covers things like web events and the character trials for Nefer, zhongli, Furina, and arlecchino. I always recommend doing them and trying a character's playstyle first, before wishing. Because you will always have more fun with the game if you enjoy the playstyle and don't always pull for the best meta characters. For 6.1, a realistic number for that other source's basket is 265 Primogems. Alright, let us add everything together for those who skipped here in the timestamps. Daily commissions are 2,520. The main story is 970. There is no exploration and achievements are 5, which we are mentioning mostly for the laugh. The Paimon shop gives 1,600. Imaginarium Theater gives 2,000. Stygian Onslaught gives 450. One Abyss Cycle gives 800. The main event gives 950. The 2 smaller events give 840. The 6.2 special program codes give 300, and we will expect another 60 from other codes. Maintenance is 600. Other sources bring 265. When you total that up, the free-to-play pile for version 6.1 sits at 11,360 Primogems, which is roughly 73 pulls. If you add the blessing of the Welkin moon during this version, that is another 3,780 Primogems. The new total becomes 15,140, or about 95 pulls. If you also pick up the battle pass for this version, add roughly 1,320 Primogems in value, taking the grand total to around 16,460 Primogems, which is about 103 pulls. That is the clean math. So, what does that mean for real plans with Nefer, Furina, zhongli, and arlecchino floating in your head? The headline is smaller than the 6.0 launch by a mile, and that was expected. For anyone wondering how this compares to the last version, it is not close. 6.0 gave us more than 20,000 Primogems if you played everything, thanks to anniversary rewards, the new map, and the stronger theater payout. 6.1 drops back to normal. That is not a bad thing, it is just the rhythm of the game. The good news is that the Lantern Rite season is not far away once we flip the calendar, and that usually brings a generous bundle of gifts. In other words, if you feel a little squeezed now, you will get some air again soon. Like always, I will split up the 6.1 rewards again in 2 separate videos for both phases, since many of you requested it in the comments. So don't worry, the Phase 1 video will come before the 6.1 start, so you know if you'll have enough for the Phase 1 banners. I will wrap up with the same advice I give every time. Pull who you like. Meta shifts every patch, but a character you love to use will keep paying you back for years. Use this breakdown to set a budget that fits your goals, and then enjoy the ride. I will keep posting every code the second it drops, so you never miss free Primogems, and I will have a banner breakdown ready as soon as the 6.2 show confirms the final order. Tell me in the comments who you plan to pull in 6.1 and which teams you are building for Nefer or for the reruns. If this helped, a like and a sub really help the channel grow. We are getting close to 15,000, and I am grateful for every one of you. Good luck, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in Teyvat.